How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to talk about a question that I was asked over on Patreon. And it was, what does my partner think about me and the changes that I've made in my life since I've stopped drinking alcohol? To put it bluntly, she thinks that it's like chalk and cheese. I mean, obviously she met me before I quit drinking, right? She met me when I was sort of at my heaviest. She was actually working in the place that I used to go to, so that I used to drink in. So, and we met, and we were friends for quite a while before we started going out with each other. And I was a drinker, and for, I suppose, what are we now? 10 years together now. So for the first 5 years, I was a drinker. For the second 5 years, I'm in my 5th year now of not drinking. I've been a non-drinker, and she said it's like just a different person. She much prefers me as not a drinker. Not because I was any way. I mean, I was never a violent person when I was drinking. I mean, I could get sort of shirty, get sort of angry and just say a lot of different things that I didn't mean. But I never got fisticuffs. I mean, I got into a few fights when I was drunk, but that was more in my younger days and stuff. She just thinks that I'm way more level-headed, way more at peace with myself since I stopped drinking. She thinks that some of the stuff that I've done in my life, I've regretted some of the things that I've done in my life. The most regretful things, let's say, have been done while I've been under the influence of alcohol. Now, when I'm talking about under the influence, I'm not just talking about being drunk, but either trying to get to drinking alcohol and telling lies because I wanted to get out drinking. While I was drinking, obviously you do stupid stuff. Or, when you're suffering the consequences, the day after that, the day after that, and there's a lot of stuff that gets put off or just is not done because of the alcohol. So, now I don't get a lot of that, I mean, there's still stuff that I want to do that I don't get done. That's just a fact of life. You've only got 24 hours in a day like everyone else. And, you can't do everything. But this is because of a time deficit, right? It's not because of a deficit caused by a habit, right? Caused by something that you're doing to yourself. You know what I mean? Like I say, we've all got this same time deficit. So, and my relationships with everybody around me have changed. There's some people, when I was a drinker, I was a person who really suffered fools very gladly. I would listen to almost anyone. Now I don't do that. I listen to, I choose the people I'm going to listen to very carefully. And I don't suffer any fools gladly now. I don't listen to bullshit. I don't like drama. I don't like bitching. I don't like negative talk. And as soon as I hear that kind of stuff, even if it's from members of my own family, it turns me around and backs me out the door. I don't like that. And I don't like to mix with that kind of thing. Like with your family, you're stuck with your family, and you have to be there, and you have to listen a lot more. You have to listen a bit more than you would with other people. But with so-called friends, I just don't listen to it anymore. If somebody's giving me negative bullshit all the time or drama, they're not my friend. And I don't do that. Another aspect to this is just that drinking affects so many different aspects of your life. It's not just your relationships, although your relationships can be and probably are the bedrock of most people's lives. We do most of the things in our lives because of our relationships, whether it's our partners, our husbands and wives, our children, our friends. That's what motivates most of us to do things. Even when we're going out and we're getting good jobs and we're doing the necessary things in life, it all revolves and comes back around to our relationships. So your relationships are altered by the things that you do in your outside life. So whether that's drinking or not drinking. And once I've stopped drinking, I had so much so much benefit comes back onto my relationships because I am a different person, because I am a person who has much more respect for myself, you know, and you can't have respect for other people if you don't respect yourself. You know, you can't, you know, the old saying is that you have to love yourself first before you can love anyone else, and it's totally true, you know. You know, if you disrespect yourself enough to pour a toxin into your body, and I know that most people don't see it like that, right? But that's in effect what we're doing. And most people don't see it like that because they choose not to see it like that, you know. You know, anybody who gets up with a hangover, right? You know, a bad hangover where they just can't do anything, knows and understands, right, on any logical level, that what they're doing is wrong, that this is a toxin that they're putting into the body, right? But they sweep it under the carpet because they think, well, no, this is the way the world works, this is the way life is supposed to work, this is the way relationships work and socializing works and celebration works, and without this, I'm a lost person. Bullshit. You know, with this, you are losing yourself slowly but surely. You know, alcohol consumption in this way, just, it takes away so much from your life, you know, and not just your abilities to do things, your abilities to think, but your abilities to relate to people, you know, because, you know, it's a selfish thing. Any addiction, you know, is you're focusing more on the internal feelings that you have rather than how other people feel or how it's affecting other parts of your life and how that in turn is affecting the other people in your life. So, you know, for me it's a top-down thing, you know. I mean, I've started off this thing because of a specific relationship in my life, that one between me and my son, and it's just had knock-on effects in every other single relationship that I've had, you know. You know, I just wanted to treat my son better, to treat myself better, so that he looked at me in a different way, and that he didn't repeat the mistakes that I made, you know. And I'm trying to teach that to him now, you know, to say, well, you know, this is, you know, you understand now what it's like to be a father, right? And to sort of understand that you wouldn't want to see any harm at all coming to your child. And that includes when you see your child put in a cigarette in the mouth for the first time, or put in a drink of alcohol into the mouth for the first time. You just don't want to see that being done, you know. So, you know, life just goes in cycles. Anyway, I'm going to stop just now before I ramble on too much. If you have any questions at all, leave a comment down below. If you want to sign up for our free Alcohol Mastery Starter Pack, which has a few different videos in it from different perspectives, from trying to get you started out onto this journey, looking at different things like misconceptions about quitting drinking alcohol, some tips on quitting drinking alcohol. There's a course in there on how to relax and de-stress once you have quit alcohol, because that's very important. And there's a course which basically tries to break down some of the bullshit that we're accustomed to in our lives as drinkers, you know. So you can get that for absolutely free, no charge at all. Just come over and put your name and email address into the box, and I'll send it out to you straight away. So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Stay safe, keep the alcohol out of your mouth, onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye now.